Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. We are studying chapter number 4, Heat. Today, we are going to study about transfer of heat. In the last video, we have discussed about conduction. Now, we will see convection and radiation. Most of the liquids and gases are bad conductors of heat. Therefore, they cannot be heated by conduction. Then, how are they heated? Liquids and gases are heated by another process of heat transfer called convection. Compare this method to the instance when students come one by one to receive their notebook and go back. In liquids and gases, heat is transferred by convection because their molecules are quite free to move. The molecules of solids are closely packed and their movement is not possible. So, convection does not take place in solids. The following activity will help us to understand the process of convection. And the activity is to show that liquid transfer heat by convection. For that, you have to need a beaker or a round bottom flask containing water, potassium permanganate, a spatula, a burner and an iron stand. We have to take water, fill it 2/3 in a beaker. A small crystal of potassium permanganate is dropped gently using a spatula at the bottom of the flask or the beaker. The potassium permanganate crystal dissolves slowly and forms a purple colored solution around itself. We have to provide heat to the water by using a burner and observe the movement of the purple colored solution. We will observe that the purple colored solution rises from the bottom of the flask up to the surface of the water and then moves downward near the wall of the beaker or flask. How does this happen? When water at the bottom of the flask near the flame gets heated, as we know, if we provide heat to the object, it expands. So, water also will expand and become lighter. So, hot water rises upward and carries heat to the surface. The cold water present on the surface, being heavier, moves downward by the sides of the flask to take the place of hot rising water towards the source of heat. You can see, children, here when we provide heat to the water, so the bottom water will heat first, then it will go up and the upper water, which is colder, will move downward from the sides. After some time, this also gets heated and rises upward and cold water from the above comes down again. In this case, heat is transferred from the hot water at the bottom of the flask near the source of heat to the cooler top by the actual movement of water itself. This cyclic movement of water is called convection current. Thus, heat is transferred in liquid by convection. Let's see some applications of convection current. Ventilators. Rooms are provided with ventilators and exhaust fans near the top of the side walls. The air we breathe out is warmer and hence lighter than the air around us. It moves up in the room and escapes through the ventilators or exhaust fans. The fresh air enters the room through the window and doors. It is cooler and takes place the warm air rising upward, and thus a convection current is set up. Chimneys. Chimneys are fitted in the factories to remove undesirable fumes and smoke. The smoke, fumes and hot furnace gases are lighter than the air. Therefore, they rise up and escape through the chimneys. Installation of room heaters. It is advisable to place the room heaters at the ground level for effective heating. The warm air near the heater rises up and cold air from the other areas rushes in to fill its space. The cool air is again heated up by the heater, setting up a convection current. Soon, all the air inside the room become warm. Air conditioners are generally fitted at higher level on the wall of the rooms. This is done so that the convection currents are set up in the air and rooms get cooler faster. Now we will discuss the most important topic, that is convection current in nature. In coastal areas, breeze generally blows from the sea to the land during the daytime. We call it as sea breeze. And from the land to the sea, we call as land breeze during the night. These sea and land breezes are actually convection currents. Sea breezes. Land absorbs heat faster than the sea. During the daytime, the land heats up more quickly than the sea water. Thus, the air above the land surface, being heated, expands and rises up. The cooler air above the sea surface blows towards the land to take its place. These set up convection currents. The cool air from the sea blowing towards the land is called the sea breeze. The windows of the houses in coastal areas are made to face the sea to receive the cool sea breezes. Land breeze. Land loses heat faster than the sea. At night, the land cools more quickly than the sea water. Thus, the air above the sea, being warmer, rises up, and the cooler air from above the land surface blows towards the sea to take its place. This set up the convection current. The cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called the land breeze. Now we will discuss about radiation. You feel warm when you sit in front of an electric heater. How does the heat travel from the heater to your body? We all know that air is a bad conductor of heat. Heat cannot be transferred due to conduction. The heat cannot even be transferred due to convection because the hot air surrounding the heater will become light and rise upwards and not towards you sitting in front. When the heater is switched off, you immediately feel cold. This shows that air around you remains cold. Thus, there must be a third process of transfer of heat in which the medium is not heated and yet there is a transfer of heat. This process is called radiation. All bodies give out energy that travels in the form of radiation through space. We receive heat from the sun by radiation. Most of the space between the sun and the earth is vacuum. The heat from the sun reaches us traveling through vacuum. The heat energy transfer without the need of any medium is called radiant heat. So we can say that radiation is the process of transfer of heat from the hot body to a cold body without affecting the medium. Radiation needs no medium. Compare this method to throwing the notebooks directly to the students. Radiation is the fastest method of heat transfer as compared to conduction and convection. Light, which is a form of radiant energy, also travels at a greater speed in all directions from the body emitting it. It does not need a material medium. When light falls on a body, it is partially absorbed and partially reflected. Similarly, when radiant energy falls on a body, a part of it is absorbed by the body and the remaining part is reflected back. Means the body could not receive could not absorb all the heat energy. Some it will absorb and some it will reflect. The absorbing power of reflecting power of any substance depends on first the nature of its surface and the color of the object. Black body absorbs and emits more heat from the sun as compared to the white body. That's why we wear white or light colored clothes during summer, because white or light colored clothes absorbs less heat and keep us cool. On the other hand, we wear black or dark colored clothes during winters, because black or dark colored clothes absorbs more heat and keep us warm. The houses in hot countries like ours are usually painted white or light colored. This is done so that the houses absorb less heat from the sun and keep cool during summers. The containers of solar cooker are painted black to absorb more heat from the sun. The bottom of cooking utensils is painted black, while the sides are sparkling bright. This is done so that utensils can absorb more heat from the bottom and radiate less heat from the sides. Now we will see one more application of radiation. A thermos flask is a special type of vessel which keeps hot liquid hot and cold liquid cold for a long time. It is made in such a way that it reduces the loss or gain of heat by conduction, convection and radiation to the minimal level. A thermos flask consists of a double-walled glass bottle. Glass is chosen as the material for making thermos flask because it is a bad conductor of heat. All the air is evacuated or removed from the space between the two walls of the glass bottle to prevent the transfer of heat by conduction and convection. You know, conduction and convection cannot take place in vacuum. The surface of double-walled glass bottle is silvered like a mirror. This is done to reduce the transfer of heat by radiation. You know that a shiny surface is a bad absorber and also bad emitter of heat. A plastic stopper is fitted in the mouth of the flask and a plastic cap is screwed over this stopper. This is done to reduce the conduction of heat, as plastic is a bad conductor of heat. The glass bottle is held inside the metal case with the help of cork piece. This is done to prevent transfer of heat by conduction, as cork is a bad conductor of heat. Thus, the transfer of heat into or out of the closed thermos flask is very less. So, a hot liquid remains hot and a cold liquid remains cold inside the thermos flask for a long time.